So sometimes instead of just being a naysayer and saying, that must be nice, Tony, to have enough money to have someone mow your yard. It's like, no, create the money. Like we're all commission based. There's ways of doing that. But I get some of these things require additional funds, but maybe you could free up the time to generate the additional funds in order to pay for it and still come out financially ahead. Now, there's lots of other things that people don't enjoy doing. My wife, she does not like grocery shopping. But, in our family and the way we've divided up the tasks, that's something that's on her list of things to do. But what she started to do is, on Sunday evenings, she goes on and she orders the majority of her groceries. Now, there's a few things she likes to get at the supermarket or at a farmer's market, fresh fruits and meats and things of that nature. So she'll do that. But the bulk of what we need for the family, it's all ordered online. Paying your bills, for me, that's my responsibility. So I have to sit down, pay all the bills, do all the things. And what I've done is set up as much of that as I possibly can on auto pay so that I don't have to sit down and worry about paying a lot of the bills. It's all automated. It's all set up. And we all have these things in our lives that we just, don't enjoy doing. I have, and I've had probably over the years, 10 different, kids that have worked for me on the weekends because there's lots of things, little tasks that, the yard maintenance people don't do, but, little projects that need done. And they're things that I would rather go work on one of my cars or something that I enjoy doing on the weekend instead of doing, weeding of this garden or washing the trailer or whatever. I mean, the list goes on. And so, I'll hire my nephew. Right now, it's my nephew that does a lot of work for us. And just all those little odds and end jobs that are my responsibility, but I want to, find someone that I can have do those things and free up my time to go do the things that I enjoy doing. I only have so much free time. I don't want to spend it doing things that I hate doing. So, consider this in your life. Now, in your business, it's the same thing. There's a lot of tasks that we might be required to do as a mortgage or real estate professional, and some of them you just don't enjoy doing, or maybe you're just not good at them. So I would make a list. This is your not to do list of the things that you're required to do, but that you don't enjoy doing. And then I would do a calculation, especially when it comes to your business, like, what is my hourly rate? I mean, we're all paid commission for the most part, but if I were to do the math, like how much do I make per hour? And maybe not how much do I make per hour right this second, but if I'm reaching my goals, my production goals, which I can then translate into what my income would be, and I reverse, engineer that, if I was performing at my optimum level or where I have my goal set, what would be my hourly wage? And then pretend as if you're there and say, okay, if I was making that kind of money, what are the things that I would remove from my list of responsibilities onto somebody else such that I could pay them a lower dollar amount than what I'm earning per hour in order to do that? And then what could I do with that extra time? With that freed up time, what could I then spend my time doing that's going to generate more revenue? So, I think that it's very scarcity mindset to think about a concept like this. And I was even questioning whether or not I wanted to do an episode on this because some people are like, yeah, like I said, must be nice to have the money to do that. Well, no, it's the concept that I want you to think about. It's the idea of being able to just not do things you don't want to do to free up time to do the things you want to do that also earn you more money. So it starts with your intention, as my good friend Craig Stamler would say. It starts with your intention and making this list and then going, what if? Doesn't mean you have to implement it today.